Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome back to my hobby blog. I'm very excited today because it is now October, so that means we're in Spooktober season. So I'm in my favorite month out of the year. I love October. And today specifically, on October 2nd, is my birthday. So I'm now 29 years young, and I didn't think I'd make it this long. So I'm very excited that I'm here, and I'm almost 30 now, which is very scary to me, but I'm very excited for it because my 20s have not been the best, and I'm excited for a new decade in my life. So, in terms of what I've been up to, I feel really bad because I had two reviews I really wanted to do before October, and that was for these books. The first one is Lethal Circuit by Colin Mostello, and this is a advanced reading copy that I was sent by my good friend at Stella Reads. It's his debut novel. He's written a few other books or novels as well, but he released this one as his debut because it was short, and my gosh, I finished it last week, and I went ahead and posted reviews on my Goodreads and also on Amazon and Booksprout, which is the platform that he used in order to track ARCs, which is really cool. I'll keep that in mind for when I release my own stuff. And when I finished it, I ended up reading this in about a day, maybe 2 days. It's a 200-page book. It's very fun. If you're a fan of The Expanse, this is definitely going to be a really great book for you. I love the characters. I love the world building. The pacing wasn't the most consistent, but I thought the overall story was very effective, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I want to do a bigger review, or a bigger video just for this book and get him on the channel and interview him. But I've been very busy getting ready for my birthday, and I've actually been starting dating again, and I finally have met someone. We went on a very long date yesterday for about 8 hours, and we just spent the entire day together, and it was just really wonderful. And I'm just really excited to meet this person and talk to them more. But I also finished this book here by J.R.R. Tolkien, which is Fall of Gondolin. And I love this book. It took me a little bit longer to read. It's not as easy to read as Lethal Circuit was, because this is Tolkien we're talking about. So every sentence has like so many sort of details and context surrounding every single name and term that he uses. And so it took me a while to finish it. I was reading maybe like 50 pages a day, and this is a 300-page book about. But they have multiple versions because this was edited by Christopher Tolkien, his son. And I really, really enjoyed it. And it was just really great because it's all about the First Age in Middle-earth and about the last great elf city called Gondolin that was defeated by Morgoth, the original Dark Lord of Middle-earth, before his apprentice Sauron became the de facto leader of the, I guess, dark side. But I've been really enjoying the books I've been reading lately. Everything's just been a 8.5 out of 10 to 9 out of 10. Fall of Gondolin was 9 out of 10. Lethal Circuit was 8.5. And I'll do dedicated reviews for those because I have a lot of thoughts to talk about. Not just about the books themselves, but spoilers with the Fall of Gondolin. So I'm really excited to do those videos, but excuse me, I just have not had that much time because I've been reading a lot of this book here. This is my current read that I'm about 70 pages away from finishing, and it's book 7 of The Expanse, which is called Persepolis Rising. And I'm enjoying it for the most part. I don't really like the story that is going on in this book. This is a big time jump from the original 6 books because the books 7, 8, and 9 form a trilogy, and it all takes place about 3 decades after the events of book 6. And as much as I love the characters and I'm happy to see them again, I just am not drawn to the storyline right now. And I'm about to finish it. There's a lot of really exciting things going on. And I think they should eventually, whoever's in charge of the adaptation, I think they should adapt this book, because I think it would be a much better TV season, than it would be as a book. Because what I loved about The Expanse in the first 3 books, and even the 4th book, was the mystery and everything surrounding the proto-molecule. And we don't really have that anymore. We don't really have this great air of mystery going on in these books anymore. A lot of it is now politicking, which is fine. I love politicking, but when it comes to The Expanse, I love the sci-fi side of it. And every book after book 3 or 4, I can't remember exactly, I think it's book 4 is when it starts to get a little bit less science-y and more political, which is fine. But again, I mean, it's The Expanse. Like, I'm a big sci-fi nerd when it comes to, creatures and wonky science and like all this stuff. And I'm tired of reading about humans hating each other and, fighting for trade and all this stuff. Like, I don't want that. I want to read the proto-molecule. So it's a little bit of a hurdle for me. I'm hoping book 8 and 9 are better than this one. I'm giving this one... this is not my review of it. I'll do a dedicated review of this book, but I feel like this book is like a 7.5 out of 10 for me. Subjectively, I think it's objectively, I think it's a 8.5. I think it's a fantastic book. I'm just not drawn whatsoever to the story. And it's really my investment in the characters that are keeping me going. Because if I didn't already have books 8 and 9, I don't know if I would continue after this book. Is sort of where I'm standing right now, and I'm not done with it yet, so maybe the ending will blow me away, which usually happens in The Expanse. The ending is always just like a very neat bow tie for me, and it's really nice. I love the endings to most of the books in The Expanse. But now that we're in October, I really want to get into some horror. So the first book that I want to read, and this is a shorter one, is going to be written by Stephen King, who I've read about 4 to 6 novels already by. And this one is going to be one that I've seen the movie adaptation, actually, and I own it on Blu-ray. It's called Salem's Lot. So I don't really remember the movie that well. I remember thinking how it should have been a long movie, or if not, well, it's a 3-hour movie, but I wanted it to be a mini-series, is what I'm thinking, like a 6 to 8 hour adaptation, because I felt like the movie was moving way too fast, and I was not able to get invested in any of the characters. But what was happening was really cool. So I want to read this book, because my plan for November, once I finish all the Stephen King horror novels that I have lined up, is to read The Dark Tower. And this is one of the books that was recommended that I saw online for reading The Dark Tower and not understanding it more, but appreciating it more. And so I really want to read that. I want to read The Stand, which I think is behind me. Yeah, there it is in red. But I really want to read The Dark Tower. That's like sort of the last big epic fantasy that I really want to read. And I've given everything else a really good try, and I think most of the series I've fallen in love with, like Malazan, Wheel of Time, Book the New Sun was a huge one for me. That was on my mountain to read. So yeah, just, books like that, and The Dark Tower is sort of the last big one that I wanted to read. So Salem's Lot will definitely be one that'll be fun to read, and I'm very excited to see how the read goes, because I've read Carrie, I'm just going to count off here. I've read Carrie, The Shining, It, Revival, which I think is my favorite one. It needs a adaptation yesterday. I love that book. It's so good. What else? I've read that. I read about half of Doctor Sleep, but then I was borrowing that book from a friend, and they took it back because we were in college and the semester ended, and he didn't let me, hold on to it for the for the winter break. So I never got back to that one, but I really want to read that one day and finish it because I was really enjoying it. I love the world building and sort of how the original events and characters evolved into the sequel, which is like 40 years later or something like that. But that's about all I've been reading lately and sort of what my immediate plans are because I want to finish The Expanse today. I am going out to dinner and doing some Top Golf, which is something I've never done before, so I'm really excited about that. But I want to also try and finish Salem's Lot this weekend. I think Saturday I won't have any time to read, but Sunday I think I'll have a good amount of time to read. So I really want to get a good way into here, and then I don't know what I'll read after that. I may do a reread. I know I want to read Dead House Gates for sure this month, so I may just have that going for when like one of these books I'm reading just is not grabbing my attention. I may just go to Dead House Gates. That way I can slowly go through it throughout the month. So that's really all I have in terms of my weekly updates. I've been playing a whole lot of Hollow Knight, actually, getting ready for the DLC. I mean, I know the DLC is already out, but I bought the original game, Hollow Knight, when it came out, and I'm loving it, even though some of the bosses are just really hard. And I want to do a dedicated review on that game because I haven't really done any game reviews, but I do a lot of gaming, mostly in Soulsborne type of games. Dark Souls, Elden Ring, Bloodborne, Sekiro. I played Liza P recently. That was amazing. I love that game. That was just a really beautiful game. Some of the best boss fights I've ever had in my life in terms of these type of games. But Hollow Knight was sort of the next one that I wanted to play because the DLC came out. It's been in production for like 6 years or something like that, for many years, and I just loved the Hollow Knight game. So I'm really excited to get into the DLC. It looks a lot tougher, which is something I'm looking for, even though I'm actually trying to complete it. I'm at 80%, and I did kill the final boss, but I want to go back and finish the other bosses. And right now I'm doing like this trials, champion trials, I think they call it. I'm on the 3rd level of that, the 3rd and final level. And it's a whole lot of fun. I'm loving that game. It's very beautiful aesthetic as well, very great artwork, and really fun voice acting as well. I love the different noises and languages that the people speak. I love the little worms that go like meh, ma, 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 and like stuff like that is like really fun. It's cute. I love cute stuff, so this game is like perfect for me. So I've been having a lot of fun and trying to think anything else. I don't know if I'll do my usual yearly Spooktober movie watching because I just don't have as much opportunities to watch movies anymore. And I will be doing a movie marathon this weekend. That's what I'll be doing all Saturday with one of my best friends. And we'll be watching a whole lot of horror movies. So I think I'll do a video on that and talk about the different movies we watched and sort of what I think of them. If there's anyone interested in that, I don't want to waste my time. But that's it for today. Thank you all so much, and please have a great rest of the day.